Now that we've discussed it, we'll move on to how digoxin works. Now, as we know that digoxin is a positive inotropic agent, so the main indication of digoxin is when the heart is in a hypodynamic state, that is, it is not undergoing enough contractions. So digoxin increases the contractions occurring in the heart. Now let's see how it does. Digoxin binds to the extracellular surface of sodium potassium ATPase and it blocks it. So the movement of ions through ATPase is blocked. So we can say that the sodium moving out and the potassium moving in will not be occurring. This will result in increased sodium levels inside the cell, so increased intracellular sodium levels. Now we know that sodium calcium exchanger, how it works, it throws out calcium and it brings in sodium. But already the levels of sodium inside the cell are very high. So the sodium ions present outside the cell will not have a tendency to move inside the cell via the concentration gradient that is developed due to increased sodium levels because of the blockage of sodium potassium ATPase. This will directly result into the increase in calcium levels in the cytosol. So we can say that the action, the main motive of digoxin is to increase the calcium levels in the cell so that there is more calcium available, more calcium binding to troponin C and more contractions occurring. Now that we've established that how calcium levels increase or rather stay elevated in the cell, we'll move further. Now you'll say that calcium ATPase is also one of the way through which calcium can be thrown out of the cell, but as I've told earlier that the calcium moving out through the calcium ATPase is not that very significant. Now during the depolarization phase of the previous cycle, calcium will move in, it will stimulate the ryanodine receptors to release calcium from the reticulum in the cytosol, and this will result in increased calcium levels in the cytosol. More the calcium, more the contractions, and we know that since we've blocked the exit of calcium ions from the cell, calcium levels will remain elevated, so it will cause more contractions, that is increased number of contractions will occur because more calcium ions are present, and this will result into positive inotropy. So to sum up the action of digoxin, it binds to the sodium potassium ATPase, it blocks its action because of which there is increased sodium levels. Increased sodium levels will block the action of sodium calcium exchanger because extracellular sodium ions will not be able to move in due to the concentration gradient developed. This will result in increased calcium levels. Now calcium will move in through the L-type channel, stimulate the ryanodine receptors to release calcium stores in the sarcoplasmic reticulum inside the cytosol. This will contribute to the increased levels of calcium. More the calcium, more the contractions. So increased contractions occurring and positive inotropy. Thus, now I can say that we have established that how digoxin causes increased contractions.